What up? What up? What up? You know what time it is. Teach tape time with Coach Vic, baby. Teach tape time with Coach Vic. So here we go. All right, we're gonna go. We got some teach tape, man. We got some highlights from this past weekend. Some great stuff I wanted to kind of go over. Get better. Let's go over it and see how we can dissect it and get better. Right. We have a little form of we have a little formula here that we use. All right, for this teach tape. Okay, it's gonna be stance and start, right? It's going to be um, uh, what technique being used. It's going to be off-man technique here. What leverage is being taken away. Where the location of the ball and of the receiver, right? The receiver's at the bottom of the numbers, okay? All these things to give us information about the receiver and about the route, right? Also, what formation they're in. We can't see that totally here, so we won't be able to go over that one. And then a down and distance. It's first down here. So let's get to it. All right. So we have Odell Beckham Jr. here, going against this other young man. I don't know his name from the Rams. Okay. And let's go over his stance and start. All right. His posture's on point. That's solid. I like to see him sit down just slightly, but his stance is on point. He can sprint out of the stance, right? Remember, as a defensive back, we are sprinters by trade, right? One of our highly valuable assets and skills are speed, and the fact to be able to sprint out of what we're doing. So in this case, he's loaded enough and he's ready to sprint, right? He can sprint out of this. Okay, so although I like to see a little sit down a little bit, nonetheless, he can sprint out of this. So this is solid, right? Stance is good, good foundation there, solid. So that's good. That's good stuff right there. All right. What technique is he playing? All right. What technique he's playing? Off-man technique. Okay, he's playing off-man technique. Right here, he's 7 yards off. Odell, the play has started already, so Odell's already 1 yard out of his stance. He started from here, so he was 7 yards off. Okay, so playing off-man, classic off-man technique. All right. What leverage is being taken away? Well, as we see from here, he's taking away the outside. He's outside leverage. I can see a little bit of this angle. He's outside leverage, which I don't know if he should be outside leverage here. It may be that Odell was already taking the inside away from him, so he could have been inside leverage. But if he's outside leverage, taking outside leverage, and you're already at the bottom of the numbers, we'll get there. I don't see how that helps you because you're so close to the sideline, so you don't necessarily need to be outside leverage. But yeah, I don't know what defense they're running, so I can't really say that. So I won't act like that. I'm a stupid coach here, and I know what's going on because I don't. Okay, we really want to go over the technique and how he's playing it. Okay, so he's on the bottom of the numbers. That's the location of the receiver. He's at the bottom of the numbers. Okay, and the DB has outside leverage on here. Okay. The other one is formation. We don't know that again, and then the down and distance is first and 10. All right, first and 10 down and distance. If they have been killing you or been making plays or been setting you up for a play all game, first down can become a free play almost for them, right? They can do kind of whatever they want to do, you know what I'm saying? And they can be rather creative there. So let's get through it here. Let's see. I can back this up right here. Let me see if I can. Oh, there we go. Done deal. Yes, that's 7 yards off, and yes, he's outside leverage of Odell. Okay. So here we go. All right. So bam, he went from being playing the classic off man technique to like the weave and all that to squaring up to a catch technique. All right, to a catch technique, and he squared up because he knew something. So he's watched film here. All right, this young man has watched film here for sure. All right, so he knows something here. Bam, he see the break. I mean, bro, just a clean break here. Let's see. Clean break here. He beat the receiver there. So basically, what that tells me is the DB was doing a great job as far as film watching that week. That's what that tells me. All right. He knew it was coming. First and 10 on the 30-yard line. They like to take double move shots. He knew that. Or they like to take they like to go slant, all slants. He knew that. Okay. He knew that part for sure. Because you can see how his posture was as far as what he knew already, what kind of indications he was going through in his head already. He went and blasted through right away. Now, with that being said, when you start getting later into the season, these teams know that they like you caught them on their, or you know their tendencies, right? So then they find ways to get a little more creative here. So here we go, bam, double move, double move, crazy, bro. And he probably didn't see that all season. He probably did not see that all season, bro. And they left him man to man. They left him by himself. So he obviously didn't see that all season. So Odell caught the ball, whatever, right? Let's get back to the DB stuff here. All right. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you this, man. As a defensive back specialist, the DB is not necessarily wrong here. He's not terribly wrong here. What I would ask him to do is not avoid collision of the receiver. Do not avoid collision of the receiver on a slant. Why? Because you can get a slant and go. You can get a sluggo, right? And that's what he got right here. He got a sluggo. Very creative sluggo, not a classic one. Very creative sluggo, but that's the NFL, right? That's it. They can run inside routes from the inside, outside routes from the outside. Is not as rigid and clean cut and as formulated as the college game or the high school game, or systematic as the college game and the high school game. This game is very creative, very opportunistic. Okay, the NFL game is. So that's what they did. Took the opportunity. All right, and that's what happened. So nonetheless, man, this was not a terrible play by the DB. I would have done this. All my DBs would have done it. All the DBs I know would have done it and broke on it. If I've been watching film all week, and this the tendencies I've seen, yes, I'm going to be expecting it. I'm going to be expecting something else eventually, but you don't know when it's going to come. So you have to take opportunities when they present themselves to you. In this case, only thing I would have asked the DB to do is not avoid collision. Make sure he collision the guy. So collision Odell Beckham. So Odell Beckham has to go through him to get to the go route of the sluggo, right? The sluggo, get to the go route of sluggo. You got to collision. You got to come through me, right? Instead, the DB avoided the collision. See that? He avoided the collision, which put him in a bad spot. You gotta meet that receiver there and make him go through you. So that means you'll be behind a little bit on a slant, but you protect yourself from the slant and go. Okay, so that's the deal there. So that's a good job by the DB. Even better job by the offensive coordinator, the quarterback, and Odell Beckham, man. All right, that was good coaching right there. Good creativity. All right, here we go. Next one, we got Diggs right here going against this other young man. I'm not sure who the guy is, whatnot. So here we go. Let's go. Let's go to our formula here. Stance and start. Man, his feet look a little too narrow for me. He doesn't seem to be seated and stable here for me. As you see, he's just kind of standing up, right? He's standing up. It looks, for me, seeing it right now as a specialist here, as a trainer here, he just looks too high. He looks like he's just standing up, and he looks like, frankly, he's being lazy, frankly. Or he's going to use the kick step. We'll see what happens here. But that's the deal here. It looks very lazy to me. I like the posture here. It's nice, but I think he should sit down a little more and maybe open his stance a little more, get a little more activation with the adductors and abductors, right? That's what I would do. So you can have a little more full muscle recruitment here in your glutes and your quads and your adductors and abductors, and allows you to be a little more quicker there. But if you're doing a kick step, they actually use the narrow stance, right? Which I'm still trying to figure out why anybody's doing a kick step. But nonetheless, they do, and sometimes it works. I've seen it for myself. Okay, so here we go. All right. So he didn't use that. He looked like a false step, right? He didn't use that. He's high like I thought he was going to be, right? He's high like I thought he was going to be. See what happens? Yep, bad eyes too. So here we go, man. I don't understand it. You know, I don't see why would you be lazy in a stance, or why would you be lazy when you're approaching a guy of this caliber, right? I don't really understand that. But what I do know is that bad habits transfer. Good habits do as well. So what that means is your body doesn't care. If you're being lazy and you're not doing something, and you're not doing something correctly, and you're not being consistent with it, right? No matter who you go against, your body's going to naturally want to go to that posture and go to that type of stance or volume of work, right? And so if you bullying it and you're not really, you bull job and you're not really focused and really focus and nail down in your stance, then that's what's going to happen. No matter who you go against, your body's just going to go that way. Okay, so he's sitting up high, so he hit him with a slant. It's another sluggo. Look at that, bam. Now you got bad eyes, right? Now you got bad eyes, and you got. I mean, the right hand necessarily. It's the right hand. You shouldn't have gave him a hand though. Look at your feet. Look how narrow your feet are together. This is bad, man. This is real bad. Then you got bad eyes. Then he went slang that. So that sluggo. So I'm starting to see that sluggo going to a slant now. I seen that we've seen this twice now, where that sluggo is now going into a corner route. It's going to a corner. It's not going straight up the field now. It's going to a corner. So this is very different. So and it was also at the bottom of the numbers when they did this. Yeah, see at the bottom of the numbers. See that? He at the bottom of the numbers again. Because as a defensive back, we're taught, okay, look, if he's at the bottom of the numbers and he's this far at the bottom of the numbers, we know he's coming inside, right? We know he's coming inside. So we're taught that. And even on this level, in a professional level, we're taught the same thing, right? Oh, yeah, he's coming inside for sure. He's too far, which is right. He's too far outside. But the NFL is very creative, man. It's very, very creative. They allow these receivers and these quarterbacks to do what they need to do to get open. All right, so bam, bad eyes too. See that? What you should do here, and this is now he's in the fight or flight mode right now. So I'm saying that, but he has to be able to be focused in that. He got to keep it when you all right. Here's the thing, fellas or young ladies. When you miss a guy, right? When you miss the receiver, you got to keep your eyes nailed on him the whole time. Keep your eyes nailed on the receiver the whole time. Why? Because if I miss, right, and he happens to come back to do a double move or anything of that sort, I'm at least able to keep my eyes on him and not lose for a big play. I can just make the tackle, get to him, make the tackle. Okay, I won't lose him as much. But in this case, he lost him with his eyes. So there you go. He tried to hold. He got through it. Done deal. Yep. If the quarterback would have got the ball there quicker, it would have been a bigger play than that. So that's the deal, man. So, this whole thing right here starts with a stance and start. This whole situation starts with this bad, lazy stance. Okay? And then when you got the bad, lazy stance, everything else is going to be inefficient. Everything else is going to be bad. Look at this. See what I'm saying? You can't do it, bro. You can't do it. And my thing is, why is you hopping so far out? Why he's doing a spray release? So you have Diggs doing a spray release right now. He's spraying outside. Why are you so heavy on him spraying outside, and why are you so far over top? This is why I asked that. Okay, because now Diggs still got to him. If he wanted to do a go route, he could have. But 9 out of 10, if Diggs is outside leverage and he's gonna spray out, he's not really gonna do a go route because that's just easy. All you're gonna do is cut him off on this angle right here. It's done, right? You don't see that happening. Now they'll do it for a play that he's not that's not coming to Diggs just to set him up. That'll happen for sure. But the actual play is not gonna come. 98% times that's not gonna come. But nonetheless, he's way, way, way over top, which you're gonna give the slant away, which then makes you panic because you gave the slant away, right? Then now because you're panicking, you got wrong hands, bad feet, bad posture, bad eyes, and now he's gonna hit you with the sluggo. Okay, there we go, man. So that's the part of that. Gotta do better. Here we go. Now you can't really see all this stance right here, but this is a beautiful stance, man. He's ready to go. This guy right here, Derek Stingley Jr. is ready to play, bro. He is ready. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, we got a speed release to the inside. Speed release to the inside. He got a kick. That's a better kick, but he panicked. What could he have done right here? Let's see. Speed release, kick, sit down. This is not terrible. I mean, it's not bad. He's just high, a little high maybe. I think that's the only thing that killed him right here. He did a speed release, and that's tough, man. When you get a speed release like that and you're not ready for it, it'll put you in a bad spot. You know what I'm saying? It'll put you in a bad spot. So, bam, here we go. Okay, cool. That's fair. Get his head around, man. This Stingley's, bro. He's ready, bro. This dude is skillful. All right, cool. I lost him. Cool. I lost him. All right. Take a little peek. Look at this angle. Take a little peek. Take a little peek. Right. Take a little peek. Make sure he's not coming back inside. Right. And then watch this angle of this guy's body. This is a beautiful angle. Look at him. He went there. Bam. So I get my head around right now. So now I get my head around right now. I know he should be there. I felt him. He should be right there because I took the proper angle. Let's see here. Now, only thing he did right there is reach his hand out to grab. He should have just ran with the guy. I would have let the guy get to me and then let him lean on me. Okay. What I would have asked Stingley to do right here is when you got the receiver right here, he's about to turn. Don't stick your hand out there because your hand is going. Now your body is over here on the left, fading left. I mean, yeah, your body wants to fade left now because what happens when you stick your hand out? You do this. What happens? See that? See when I stick my hand out? That's what my body wants to do. So that's what his body did. See that? See? That's what his body did right there. You see that little hitch? That's all the receiver needed for that to happen, right? So if he didn't stick his hand out and he just allowed the receiver to get to him and push off of him, use his elbow, and now I can get close to him. I can do my little grab, pull from the hip. I can do a little bit of everything. So, but this still wasn't terrible defense, man. I mean, great route. This wasn't terrible defense. Just this game was just so minute, man. So minute, so detailed. And you're a professional. You got to know those things because, and, he's crazy because he's like, man, but it's so detailed, so many details. It is. But let me tell you something. This detail right here, look at this detail right here. That is a beautiful detail. He knew exactly what he was doing right here when he went on that angle to find that receiver. You see that? That is beautiful work, man. So he's detailed there. You got to be detailed in all aspects of it. So he's got to not be so handsy here. That's the only reason why he lost his rep right here. Good route, but that was the only reason, man. That was great defense. He lost him. You're going to do that. That's going to happen. You just need the tools. You're going to lose a receiver here or there. You just need the tools to make sure you recover properly and you put yourself in an opportunity that's advantageous to you, where you can at least try to make a play. All right, or get a tackle. Okay, all right. So here we go. We got this other guy. Right here, Shepard, going against this 25 here. Now, I forgot to go with the other ones, but that's all good. He went press technique over there. I didn't know the down and distance with Stingley. Hold on, let's go back to Stingley real quick. Let's go back to Stingley. We got to go over that. Make sure we do that. All right. Let's do that real quick. Make sure we do that. We got to be disciplined here. I got to be disciplined too. Coach got to be disciplined too. All right, we press technique. Stance and start, beautiful, man. Look at that. Flat back, good posture. His feet is nice. I see the feet right here, nice and solid as far as the distance. Got a good seat, so that's good. He's good there. Technique being played right now is press technique. So this is not a jam technique. This is press technique. All right, just press without hands right away, okay? So let's press technique. Leverage is inside leverage, as we can see. Yep. No. Outside leverage. So he's outside leverage. There we go. So he's outside leverage there. See that, y'all? So it's outside foot. Yeah, so he's outside leverage there. Okay, that's what leverage Stingley is playing. Location of the ball is inside, and it's on the right hash. That's what we see there. I don't know. Oh, and they're on the bottom of the numbers, I think, right here. I think we maybe see some of that. They're on the bottom of the numbers again, I think. We'll see, though. Formation we cannot see here. And down the distance we do not know here, right? So we do not know here. Bam. So that was good. Good stuff there. Let's see. Yeah, those are on the bottom of the numbers. Okay, cool. That wasn't terrible by Stingley, man. It wasn't terrible at all, man. That was a good play by the receiver, though. All right, here we go. So we got Shepard and number 25. I'm sorry, young man, I don't know his name. All right, so we at the goal line here. All right, let's get it. So we got stance and start. Solid stance and start. Not bad. I like to see him sit down a little more. He's a little high here. And he looks like to be a really tall, long guy. And when you got a tall, long guy, you got to be very smart about your stance and start, because that is everything for everybody, but it's mostly important for your tall, long DBs that the NFL is now starting to garner or been garnering for the last, 5, 6, 7 years or whatever, right? So I like to see him seated a little bit more here. I like to see him sit down a little bit more there, but his back is pretty flat there. I see his eyes. Okay, that's cool. It's solid. I like to see him sit down a little bit more. He's a little too high for me, which you'll see here what happens. All right, technique being used. He's going to use the catch technique. See, he's about 3 yards off the receiver. He's going to hinge in. He's going to hinge outside. Taking a look at peek inside. He'll hinge outside for the receiver. Okay, that's the catch technique with a hinge. All right. Leverage is inside leverage. You got that? So he's inside leverage, he's inside, which means he's inside of the receiver. This is the receiver. The DB is inside the receiver, protecting this leverage called inside leverage, okay? For those who don't know what's going on. You got me? Or who's still learning about what's going on. All right? We all can be here. All right? We're all learning here. Okay, location of the ball, of course, is inside on the right hash, or whatever. Let me back that up. Back that thing up. All right, and then formation, we do not know. And then down and distance, we do not know. Now, what we do know here is that he's in the red zone. All right, we're in the red zone. We're on a goal line. All right, so we're on a goal line. So I think this is a great, by the defensive coordinator, I think it's a great technique to play, catch technique on a goal line. I think so, because it allows you to take space away, the illusion of space being taken away from the DB, right? And also allows you to collision and get yourself in spots where you can't lose right away, right? What you don't want to do on the goal line is lose right away, lose a route right away, right? You don't want that. You want stuff to have to develop. You want to be able to get the defensive line and linebackers to get in that phase, throw hands up, things of that sort. So by the defensive coordinator having the DBs play catch technique here, it allows time for the defensive back. I mean, for the defensive back too, but also for the D line and all that good stuff, right? And the front seven, it allows time for them, because now the receiver has to get to the DB and then make his move and do all this good stuff, right? Now all this stuff does happen pretty fast, but let's see what happens here. All right, catch technique. He hinges over. The receiver pushes him over right away. You see how high he is? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I don't like, you gotta be low, man. Look, all right. The low man wins here, right? Look at the receiver, how low he is. You see that? And look at the DB, how high he is. Okay? Bam. And his feet is way off the ground. See that? Here's another thing too. Look what a receiver feet is as far as distance from the ground, and look what a DB feet is as far as distance from the ground. You can't be doing this kicking stuff, man. It's not kung fu. This ain't kung fu, bro. And you can't be doing that. You got to keep your feet close to the ground. All right? Close to the ground. And you want to be typewriter movement. You're not gabbling or whatever you call that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Gathering. You can't do that. Look at this. Look at that. Look who wins this race right here. Look where the receiver feet is on the ground. Look where the DB feet is off the ground. You can't do that. Now, this is volume of training off season. All right? You got to train this way. Okay, here we go. Bam. Now you're done. Now you're done. That was a great fade route. Now you're done. So everything starts here, man. I won't preach on anything else. Everything starts here with stance and start. His stance and start got to be on point. And then as he hinge open, he got to remember to stay seated. And also, you got to allow the receiver to get to you. You got to allow the receiver to get to you so you can collision him. So let's see here. Let's see if he did it. Nope. Let the receiver get to you. So what I mean by that is, don't try to be so so convinced on being totally inside of them the whole time. If I can just stay here and let the receiver get to me so I can collision him and get my hands on him, I'd rather do that than be too far inside trying to take away the slant. You got me? Because you're playing man to man out here, you by yourself. You got a lot of space over there, right? You got a lot of space in there. You got to know that. You got a lot of space over there. So you definitely don't want to give away the slant, because that's usually the easiest route. But you definitely want to be able to recover or put yourself in good spots and good positions, or make the quarterback throw bad balls when it comes to the fade route. Got me? So here he's too high, and his feet's too high off the ground. All right. So that's the deal there. Okay, that's the deal there. Got to do better, big dog. Got to do better. You know what I'm saying? Now it's over with. Okay? Hope this helps, man. If you guys like this, let me know. I'm going to do more of these. I really enjoy doing this type of stuff, so let's get to it. And if you guys see videos and you guys see clips that you like me to go review and go over, send them to me. You can DM me. You can DM me on Twitter. All right, you can DM me on Twitter at the DB Lab on Twitter, at the DB Lab on Instagram. DM me, and I can have to do all the stuff to it and transform it and all that good stuff. But I can do that. So send them to me, okay? I hope you guys like this. I'm gonna give you all what I got, man. All right, here we go. At the DB Lab, Coach Vic. We out. Yeah.